up? It's Ab. Welcome to my channel. I just want to say I'm aware that no one watches these, but it do be fun making them, so I'm not gonna stop, and I don't really care. Shout out to my 7 subscribers. Y'all the best. This is awful. This is really cringy. I am so sorry. Anyway, hello all 7 of you. Today I just wanted to talk about the books that I'm reading during quarantine. I used to be a huge reader as a kid, and then I had to stop because I didn't really have time with school, and then college and everything kind of just got in the way. But after Christmas I got the Stevie Nicks biography called Gold Dust Woman, and it was absolutely amazing, and then I haven't really stopped reading since. But now that I'm out of school, at least for the next week until summer classes start, I decided to take advantage of being in quarantine and having nothing to do. So I've been reading lots of books. I've ordered lots of books. So let me show you what I'm reading. The first book that I read during quarantine, I finished on the plane ride back to Pennsylvania. It is Me, the Elton John autobiography. It is really amazing. I got it for my birthday from my best friend and roommate Rebecca, and it's amazing. If you don't know a lot about his life, he's really inspiring and incredible, and I just really was super thankful to get this book. I love how they put pictures of his life in it. It makes me really happy to be like, that is him. I really like this book, and I recommend it if you are a fan of Elton John or just really like learning about different periods in rock history. It's really interesting. I highly recommend it. Okay, here's the thing about the next books that I am in the progress of reading. So growing up in like middle school and later elementary school, I guess, theirs was like this thing between Harry Potter kids and Twilight kids or whatever, and it was like Twilight isn't real writing, it's not a real book. And then they were like, Harry Potter sucks. So I was a Harry Potter kid, so I naturally thought that Twilight was awful and bad writing. And was I wrong? No. Am I reading them? Absolutely. Absolutely. You're telling me in 2020, in the Twilight Renaissance, that I'm not gonna read the Twilight? No. I'm reading all the Twilight books. I read Twilight in a day. You really get used to her writing after a book. Bella's awful. I hate her. She's kind of a bitch. But these books, I can't put them down. That's the story of that. Currently on New Moon, which is fun. More Jacob. She just found out that he's a werewolf. I am this far in. I'm over halfway done. Hopefully I'll finish it this weekend. I'm reading Twilight. Oh my god. Ugh. Can't believe I'm reading Twilight. This is like so cringy for me. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I love it. Also, look how awkward that is. That's so awkward. You're telling me that this is natural to them? Yeah. Eclipse. Haven't read it yet, but it's on the to-read list. And I will also be ordering Breaking Dawn once I at least start this one, because I don't want to order it if I end up like really hating this one. I don't see why I'd hate it. The movie's pretty decent of Eclipse. I actually quite like it. You see, I'm a film major, so I've taken classes on like how to like watch and analyze movies and what makes a good movie, and none of the Twilight movies are good in film terms or whatever, but I love them. And I would never admit this to any of my film classmates, because they already hate me enough. They don't hate me. The like film boys, the ones who are like, oh, did you see this super obscure Japanese documentary from 1942 directed by blah blah blah? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, you're not a real film major. And I'm like, suck my dick, cutting that out. But if people in my major heard that I like Twilight, I would be publicly excommunicated from my own college. So hopefully they don't find this. Kind of betting on that. 'Cause I like the Twilight movies. Sue me. Freaking sue me, okay? The Twilight movies are great. They're bad. The acting is not great, but I love it. And I don't know, I couldn't tell you why I like it. I really couldn't. Stephanie Meyers is releasing a new book. What? I remember it got leaked like forever ago. Midnight Sun, if you don't know what I'm talking about, comes out August 4th. Yes, August 4th. But it's basically the first book, Twilight, from Edward's point of view, which is going to be really interesting personally. But I've already read the like intro chapters and drafts that got leaked from a while ago because I was intrigued. But hopefully it is good. And I'm really excited to hear Edward's side of the story, because why would you choose Bella when there was literally so many other people you could have been with? Anyway, I'm gonna move on to my next book. The next book that I got to read is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. It's so cute, but it has a little cat. It's very short. It's only, let's see, it's like 320 pages. This is a day kind of read. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen the movie with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Fact check that, future ab. It was amazing. You can't tell me that those sisters weren't the best witches that you've ever seen in film, because they are. So I thought I would read the book that it was based off of, because I don't care that it's not Halloween. I want to read a book about magic. I want to read a book about witches and magic, okay? It's not Halloween, and I'm aware, but it's Halloween every day. Like, look, turn the camera. I got like Halloween decor up 24/7, always, because it's a spooky kind of household. Anyway, Practical Magic. I'm excited to read it. I think it's going to be really good. And my final book is a book I actually already read. Well, during quarantine. I bought it and read it between starting quarantine and filming this video. And wow, I consumed this in 2 days, and it is so amazing. It's truly beautiful. It's called I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver, and it is so beautiful. Truly, truly, truly beautiful. It's about a non-binary person coming to terms with their identity while also finding romance, and it's just really beautiful. I really appreciate that the author who wrote this is non-binary, so that the main character's experiences are authentic and based on personal experience instead of just being what some cis person was imagining in their head or researched from. I think that really helps with the authenticity and how real the feelings feel in this book. I have no words. This book was amazing. If you haven't heard of it, which you probably haven't, it took me a lot of different forums to find a book like this. I really, really recommend picking up this book. It's really good. Yeah, those are so far all the books that I'm reading or have read during quarantine. I get all of my books from an online secondhand bookstore called Abe's Books. My Twilight books, none of them have been over $5. My Practical Magic book was $4. This one was a little more expensive because people don't really have heavily used copies yet, so this one was about $13. But it is a hardcover book, so only paying about $13 is kind of cheap for a brand new hardback book. So if you are looking for some books, or they even have like textbooks on there too, I really recommend checking out Abe's Books because they are really cheap. The shipping time is kind of all over the place, but for the low price that you're paying, it's not really that big of a deal personally. Yeah, those are the books I'm reading. If you guys like that, thumbs up, sub. Nobody's watching this far, and I am blissfully aware of that, but I'm having a blast, so welcome to my channel, bitches.